All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program. My name is Tim Jander. Nick did a great intro. I'm the SVP of Sales here at Beam. I'm joined today by a panel of industry experts that are here today to talk about the biggest challenges that employee benefits brokers are facing. So joining me in order is Angie Dowdy from Dowdy Insurance, Sandra, I'm gonna mess up this up, but Gresham, right?
Yes.
Is the last name, from Dehan Enterprises. Thank you for joining us, Sandra.
Yes.
Our very own Haley Major of Beam Benefits, and Lyle Stephen with Treeline Insurance. So to get started, Angela, let's start with you. Let's talk about what you think is the biggest challenge facing employee benefits brokers today.
Cost and keeping those costs down for our clients. We've really had to get creative when it comes to building the benefit packages for our clients, and seeing clients move from a gold package down to a silver with their medical, and even having to supplement that with a secondary insurance. And then of course worksite benefits and ancillary products, as you've seen Beam do well as in, and that's the hospital indemnity and other indemnity products that we're seeing is a need. The deductibles are going up, the co-insurances are going up, along with the premium cost.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what you're doing to help solve that cost challenge specifically to the employer? I know you talked about some specific products that you can actually insert to help control costs, both for the employer and the employee. But I think you have a specific strategy, right, that you're using?
Yes, we actually are, just like I mentioned before, moving people from a higher level of major medical coverage to maybe from a gold or platinum plan to a silver, which of course we have that gap is what they call it now, and in the deductible and the co-insurances of course go up with that, but you can then put in place a secondary insurance or gap insurance along with the other products like an accident or hospital to help fill those voids in that coverage, and that works very good.
That's awesome.
And lowering the cost for the employees as well as the employers.
Yeah, it's great to see not only you find the challenge, because I think everybody would agree, all the panelists would agree, that cost is probably one of the biggest concerns in healthcare today, but finding like the innovative solve to bring a solution to your clients and to their employees is awesome. So, Sandra Moody Gresham, I missed the middle one last time, and I got it on the second one.
Thank you.
So I want to give you an opportunity to tell us what you think your biggest challenge you're facing today is.
Well, I think what we're seeing as agency owners, and many agency owners are small business people, so we're experiencing some of those same challenges that our customers are, but it's finding great talent, to find diverse talent and to find more youthful talent. There's data that says the average age of an agency owner is 58. So if you think about the next decade and the next 15 years, you're going to see a lot of transition, a lot of retirement. But what are we doing to attract younger, talented professionals, minority talented professionals into this industry? So I think the carriers and us as agency owners got to do a little better job of branding this sexy industry, right? Every career opportunity is in insurance, right? From legal to food services, almost, and certainly IT. So whatever you want to do is in this industry. What we're finding with minority communities is exposure to insurance. Often it's just the salesperson, which many of us are, but there, as I said, so many other opportunities, and how do you connect those opportunities with minority communities who don't often see those opportunities. So one of the things we've done is we've taken insurance companies who had the resources to historically black colleges and universities. So right near Columbus, where we live, Central State University. We've taken a carrier down there and really to introduce them to the campus to provide scholarships, internships, and career opportunities. And we didn't want just drop a check. We wanted to create relationships, some branding, be with that institution over time so students start to recognize who they were. And then similarly, from the student standpoint, just introduce them to those careers, introduce them to C-suite minority executives who kind of look like them, who has similar backgrounds and upbringing that they could kind of connect to. And then I think as agency owners, we got to offer those internships as well, right? We're small business owners, begin to acclimate those students who don't often see these opportunities into our shops so they begin to have some knowledge about these opportunities and some experience behind them, that positions them for greater success.
That's great. It's great that you're doing that local in the community too and keeping it in Columbus. So have you had any of these younger talented people join your organization yet?
I have. Pre-COVID, we used to have an intern every year. So it's been a little struggle since COVID, but we have had one that came and employed with us and worked maybe about 4 or 5 years. She stayed with us and then went on to bigger things.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for the work that you're doing, because it is a sexy industry. Those of us in the studio audience and those tuned in know.
That's right.
Very sexy audience out here for those who can't see that. So we'll move to Haley. So Haley, you work with brokers every day. You see the challenges that brokers face probably more than most. So tell me what you think that brokers are struggling with the most today.
Yeah. So last week I had the opportunity to join a couple of my fellow Beamers at the annual SHRM conference in Las Vegas. And so just sitting in the expo center and looking around, just taking in the huge number of benefit options that are available was kind of overwhelming. So I can't imagine sitting in y'all's shoes. Not only do our broker partners have to be experts and know what's new and hot in, medical benefits and ancillary benefits, but also really have a pulse on what's going to make a really well-rounded total benefit package for all of the kind of wide array of employees that, are employed by my clients. So, and then in today's environment, we have the most generationally diverse workforce that we've ever seen. So on one hand, you've got employees who are nearing retirement and are looking for things like financial services and retirement planning services. But then you have this kind of emerging section of the workforce that's looking for things like college debt repayment programs, and they're starting families. So they're looking for things like fertility benefits and adoption assistance programs. So if that's not enough, then you also have this emerging need and desire for wellness programs. And many carriers like Beam have embedded wellness programs in their in their suite of benefits, but then you also have all of these standalone vendors and standalone products that are also available on the market. So I think it just kind of all boils down to decision fatigue. And I don't know that I have a great answer for how to solve it, but I'm sure you guys do. It's what you live and breathe every day.
Beam's how you solve it.
Check
like a
your
great
checks in the
answer.
mail.
Did you see the new disability product? It's pretty sweet, guys.
I'm just glad to know that we're, Lyle, you and I are on that lower end of the age on the
Oh, yeah.
insurance
Oh, yeah.
agencies.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice that?
I have noticed that quite a bit in my young insurance career. So, Tim, one of the big issues that I've been seeing a lot is the integration use. So like the gals mentioned, most of the senior agents are on that back nine playing golf, waiting for retirement. And us young, hungry kids are coming in there showing people how technology works, whether it's through Employee Navigator, whether it's through Ease, Rippling, or any of the other online enrollment platforms. What was so beautiful that came out of COVID is a lot of these archaic systems that our more senior agents have used in the past are starting to go away. Nick shared a very great story, and if you're trying to find Bill's enrollment form in the back of a file cabinet and you don't know where that is, you can quickly pull it up on Employee Navigator. If there is a paper copy for whatever industry they had to fill out in the field or something like that, they can save that into the system so it's all in one place and it's accessible from your phone, email, computer, wherever you need to be for this. So it's streamlined many processes for the up and coming generations to make benefits sexy again and be a benefit for everyone that enrolls in them. Now, if you have dental and you have a killer toothbrush in yellow, pink, or blue, then likely you're seeing the benefit of that across the board. When we're truly breaking it down, and the issues that I see the most is it's just underserved clients not understanding how the benefits work, how it's utilized correctly, and it's not having a good updated process to it where it's many forms with many redundant information, and doesn't matter which carrier it is, it's known across the board in a lot of these more legacy carriers that we're going up against.
That's great. And has technology helped solve some of those problems, or has it created new problems for you?
New technology will always create new problems, but the thing is there's going to be new and more streamlined processes to help speed that along. So one of the beautiful things about Employee Navigator that I utilize at my agency is if we enroll them into Beam, they're immediately going to be uploaded in the system, and they're going to have Beam reaching out directly, asking them to register and then select the color toothbrush that they want, that they're going to get mailed to the door. So it saves time on the processing for my account managers, support staff, anyone to have to go through one by one and fill out their information and then go to another portal and plug it all in. When they can plug it in once, it all fills in itself, and they can pull a report in a matter of seconds, regardless of what open enrollment portal you have, and they can send that list bill or deductions to that client, and they can save everyone man hours, and it's an easy audit on the client's part just to go through and double check.
Yeah, that's great. So all of our panelists are certainly facing big challenges in employee benefits today. We've got costs, we've got the range of selection of benefits, we've got bringing in young, youthful, diverse talent into the industry. We've got technology integrations. At Beam, we're very focused on also solving some of these challenges that the brokers face and our clients face today. And we're doing it really with digital solutions to make things easier, to make things work, to make systems talk to each other. So I'm going to close down our panel and turn it back over to Fro, invite Fro back up to talk about what Beam is doing to help solve some of the challenges for our brokers and customers.